Okay, welcome teachers. This is a brand new series called Recipes for the Classroom by Lesson Plan Toolbox. It's all about taking those fun Fridays and getting some STEM curricular activities all rolled into one. Your students will enjoy the day. They won't even know they're learning. You will cover content like you've never thought you could cover before, all centered around simple recipes for the classroom that you can do with your students. So one of the first and foremost things that we want to talk about is, of course, safety first, safety always. Whatever you're doing with the students, always reiterate the safety instructions first, rehab them, repeat it back to you so you are sure that they are getting that. There's not too much that I foresee, other than maybe using a plastic knife that would require too much safety. Of course, any type of heat that we use, you want to make sure you are really directly monitoring them, possibly even bringing in a parent volunteer helper. Parents love to help with these recipes, and students, of course, love having mom and dad in the classroom. Second thing you want to talk about your students is the sanitary cleanliness that needs to happen whenever we work with food. Hands need to be washed, and first and foremost, if you have girls with long hair, encourage them to bring a hair tie or a claw clip, have their hair out of their face, tied up. You can see my hair is up today. And then hands are washed and we are ready to cook. Okay, so when you do this recipe, I would really get into talking about serving size and why it's important to pay attention to serving sizes, where you find it on packages, and show them visually what a serving size looks like. These containers are from Beachbody. If you know anybody's ever done Beachbody, they probably have these containers. So this is a serving size of fruit. This is a serving size of veggies, and it gets into all of them. This one's proteins, this one's carbohydrates. I think the one inside is healthy fats, which would be like your salad dressings, oils, things like that. And it's just kind of fun to have that conversation with them about what serving size looks like. If you don't have access to these, if you don't have a parent who has these or what have you, just use measuring cups and it'll be just fine. You just want to get into the importance of what serving sizes are and why we pay attention to them. So the ingredients for this recipe are super, super simple. You just need some spinach. You can use fresh or frozen fruit. I like frozen fruit because it just makes it a little bit colder, and it, I don't know, tastes a little bit better to me. And then you can use any type of orange juice. I like the fresh squeezed orange juice. It's a little bit healthier, not as processed, but any orange juice will do. So 3 ingredients, we'll add some water, so technically 4 ingredients. We will have these smoothies ready to go. Okay, super simple. We'll just start with our veggie container. We will measure out, you'll have a student measure out a serving size of vegetables. And their hands are clean, so they can just use their hands to do this. And it doesn't have to be perfect. So that's about a serving size of vegetables. So throw it right into, I use a NutriBullet, but you can use a regular blender, what have you. And then I like to pack it in so that way there's enough room for the fruit. So we'll do the fruit next. Okay, so you'll pick another student. Again, I would probably do this in small groups, 4 or 5 students. They can go in with the container, kind of use the outside, I don't know if you can see, there you go, use the outside of the bag to push the fruit in. You might have to help with that a little bit. And then talk about, this is 1 serving size of fruit. I like a little bit more fruit than veggies, so we're going to have a little bit more fruit. You do what you want. So we're going to go for 2 serving sizes of fruit. Again, you can pack that in. And then we'll add the juice bites. So of course you want to shake the orange juice, pick another student to do this. Shake the orange juice. I just eyeball this, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I put in there, and then the rest I'll fill with water. There's a fill line on here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll fill water up to that line, and then we'll blend it together. Okay, so here you can see I have my cup full of the water. I'm going to just put the lid on. We will put this, actually, maybe this is the lid. We will put this onto the NutriBullet, and it will be ready in no time. Watch how fast this goes. Okay, so now you can see the smoothie is all made. This will give you easily 4 portions. I would just use little Dixie cups so they get to taste it. Strongly encourage them to taste it, but if they choose not to, a lot of kids, because of the color, they're like, absolutely not. That's up to them. Once they see their friends falling in love and enjoying the taste of it, then they usually come around. So don't just assume their first reaction is going to be the one that sticks. So a really fun conversation I like to have with the students outside of the healthiness of fruits and veggies and why they should make up the bulk of our diet is the fact that I don't really enjoy eating salad. So I needed to figure out another way to get the nutrients from lettuce and spinach in particular into my diet. Eating it raw, it doesn't do anything for me, but mixing it up into a smoothie makes all the difference in the world. I could easily get 2 smoothies in a day and get so many nutrients for my body. And just talk about how, just because something appears in one state of matter, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's all there is to that food in particular. So hopefully you enjoyed this week's recipe. We are going to head into week 3. Don't forget, it is September. We will do some fun with apples. I have not forgotten. Just want to make these recipes pretty simple as you're starting out the school year. To me, this could be a fun Friday. Instead of relying on tech, extra recess, although I love the extra recess, or showing a movie, do a whole day centered around these recipes. If you join the Lesson Plan Toolbox Primary Teacher Networking Community, we provide you with cross-curricular activities where you can do a whole day centered around, this week it was smoothies, last week it was s'mores, and get in your language arts, your math, your reading, your phonics, your handwriting, all that fun stuff is all incorporated into our $7 membership. So we would love to have you be a part of it. You get the recipes and just so much more goodness. It is all about making teaching fun and enjoyable for you while hopefully taking and alleviating so much stress from you. So thank you for being here. We are loving this little series and we will see you next week. If you're interested in learning more or have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Send us an email. It's lessonplantoolbox44119@gmail.com. Find us on Instagram at lessonplantoolbox or TikTok at lessonplantoolbox. We would love and be happy to answer any questions you may have. Let's take learning to a whole new level of fun with these recipes for the classroom by Lesson Plan Toolbox. $7 a month, you'll not only get access to the recipes, but you'll also get access to the cross-curricular lessons that are designed to go with each recipe to create that STEM STEAM environment for Friday fun like you can't believe. And best of all, it's only $7. So if you want to wow your teacher friends, if you want to wow your administration, if you want to wow your principal, join the Lesson Plan Toolbox Teacher Networking community. You get these recipes and so much more. It's pretty insane what's packed in there. All right, reach out to us if you have any questions. Bye.